The hooded figure raises the sword and shatters the silence of the ruined courtyard. "Bring me the heir or die!" The silver blade mirrors the waning moon, casting light over the fallen bodies around me. I feel a stab of remorse and a spark of fury pulsing through my blood. If there are still warriors willing to serve the Emperor, now is the time to choose a side. But who will dare bring Lucius Varian, the last son of the East, when it is I who must step into the spotlight? It's before dawn. The fortress courtyard breathes tension. Soldiers in black armor surround the toppled towers, spears raised like accusing fingers. The smell of iron and smoke cuts through the air. Beneath my hood, my heart pounds. I am Lucius, raised as a servant, yet in my veins flows the blood of kings. Behind me, Kale adjusts his bow and exchanges a glance with Rashid. Both hold their breath as the masked figure takes center stage. The torches flicker, casting shadows over the body of the victim lying beside a rearing warhorse. The black stallion snorts, sensing the danger. If I fall into their hands, my legacy will be buried forever, and I would rather die than let the Empire's flames consume the dream of eternity. The captain of the authoritarian troops, a stern-faced man marked by battle scars, steps forward to confront the stranger. He tightens his fist and strikes at the masked blade, but the sword snaps his spear in two with a metallic crash. The impact hurls the captain backward, pinning him against the rubble. A roar rises among the soldiers. "Kill him!" In the chaos that follows, I see the masked figure advance through the crossfire. Rashid at my side has unleashed an invisible containment seal. Fluid, precise movements cut through the night. Sparks dance as blades collide. The stranger parries every attack with a bestial grace, exuding power no amount of training could teach in mere days. I step forward, a shard of pottery in my hand, trying to face the unknown. But something freezes me. A faint glow on the hilt of the masked sword reveals symbols I recognized from the Phantom Blade manuscripts. An ancestral echo strikes me like a dagger. This fighter knows who I am. The mask trembles as the stranger turns, and in a whisper that slices through the cold air, he says, "You move well for a servant, but there's no need to hide anymore." In a split second, realizing I've been identified, I dash toward the barn beside the wall. The ground vibrates with metallic footsteps behind me. Kale follows, loosing arrows that explode in showers of sparks. I climb the worn wooden slats and leap into the dark stable, the door creaking shut behind me, until I feel the masked blade brush against the back of my neck.
Quick tip to level up your experience. Read Manhwas and light novels for free. Listen to epic audiobooks. Watch unlimited anime. Play cloud games with no console. And stream the best anime soundtracks. Check the description now and grab your free trials.
The cold steel chills my blood, but I steady my breathing. I shove a fallen barrel aside and pivot, planting my foot firmly as I spin to kick the sword-bearing hand. The masked man staggers, and the blade slips free for a moment, just long enough for me to pull Kale out of harm's way. Outside, Rashid appears, torch in hand, courage etched on his face. He conjures a seal of light over the main gate, blocking enemy reinforcements. A silver barrier hums to life, halting the tide of soldiers tightening the siege. The masked warrior, wounded in the arm, holds his breath as he raises the sword once more, and without a word, lifts his fist in solemn defiance. In that moment, my gaze fixes on the gleam in the blade's guard, an ancestral emblem carved with intertwined dragons. I know it instantly. It's the sect's symbol, lost for generations. The masked man is not an enemy. He is the appointed guardian, sent by those who still uphold the Varian legacy in secret. Tears burn in my eyes, a mix of relief and disbelief. "You? Who are you?" I whisper, voice trembling. The guardian pulls back his hood, revealing cold scars and gleaming green eyes. "My name is Rashid. I was the sect's guardian." He continues, voice wavering. "My father was betrayed by the sect's leaders. I fled to protect the legacy of Dominus Aurelian Varian, and now it is time for you to claim your place." My fists clench. Betrayal takes many forms, but none as sharp as mistrust. The night feels more intimate than the torchlight. This man I fought to save, could he be the key to my redemption or the harbinger of a new lie? Tension crackles between us. Rashid raises a hand, stepping back with regret. "There's no time for doubts. The sect is surrounded. Only together can we reclaim the sanctuary's runes and restore what the Emperor seeks to destroy. His words carry both urgency and remorse. I draw a steady breath and firm my voice. I want answers, not promises. But I know I cannot hesitate. I tear a strip of fabric from my cloak and tie it around my left wrist, a symbol of solemn oath. Show me the plan. Rashid offers a weary smile, the corner of his mouth lifting. He unfolds a torn map, secret corridors beneath the fortress and the location of the Hall of Hidden Scrolls, our escape route and entrance to the sanctuary. We'll enter through the drainage tunnel, where darkness deepens. There, the living key you awakened in the manuscript will open the central gate. But there's a trial. Spectral guardians gather in the Hall of Echoes. We must face them before reaching the main altar. Kale nods, determination alight in his eyes. I glance at the broken sword lodged in the stable wall. The cut was deep, but the blade remained sharp. Ready? I ask. They exchange a look. Kale hefts his bow. Rashid grips his ancestral blade. Together, we form the Varian legacy's final echo. I step toward the stone gate, resolute. If specters await, we'll face them with both fury and hope blazing. The trial begins. The drainage tunnel swallows our footsteps in a cascade of damp echoes. Each drop sounds like a war drum in the darkness. Rashid raises the runic torch. Its silver light reveals pulsating symbols on the walls. Do not underestimate the traps, he warns, voice low and sharp. They feed on fear. We advance in deadly silence. Kale fires enchanted arrows whose flaming trails slice through the gloom and shatter invisible wards. The corridor suddenly opens into a circular chamber, the Hall of Echoes. There they float, spectral guardians circling an empty pedestal, corroded armor and suspended blades locked in a deadly ballet. A rumble behind us signals the portal's closure. There is no turning back. A heartbeat of tension. Then Rashid charges the largest guardian, his blade howling through the air with supernatural force. Kale beside me slashes a torch along the floor, igniting a wall of fire that sears the spirits, eroding their shadowy forms. I brandish the Waruna, its edge shimmering like a shooting star. The first guardian strikes with a spinning staff. I block with my forearm, each impact reverberating up my arm. I spin, seize the opening, and strike its shoulder. The specter collapses in a cascade of lunar dust. Another emerges behind me. I leap, arc my blade, and reduce it to sparkling fragments that drift down like silver rain. Rashid wages a brutal duel with the Titanic Guardian, shield against shield, magic against magic. When it forces a gap, I rush to his side and drive my blade into its ethereal heart. A thunderous roar shakes the chamber as the giant dissolves into gleaming motes. In the sudden quiet, we catch our breath. Before us, the pedestal pulses with an ancient fitting. I dart forward and insert the manuscript fragment. The ground trembles, sparks dance, and the front wall splits open in a flaming archway. Beyond it, I glimpse the Hall of Hidden Scrolls, shelves carved from living rock, holding our destiny. But before I can step inside, a profane trumpet blares behind the portal. Imperial reinforcements advance. The ancestral steel in my hand hums like a beating heart. Kale knocks another arrow. Rashid readies his sword. I lift the Waruna, its tip gleaming against the approaching tide of spears and shields on the horizon. In a whisper, I unleash the rage coiled within my soul. Let the true darkness begin. And with that, we charge together into the final confrontation. I enter the Hall of Hidden Scrolls but barely take 2 steps before the gate slams shut behind us with a thunderous crash of stone. We race along a gallery lined with marble shelves, dust-laden scrolls, and writhing symbols. Kale fires a flaming arrow to light our way. The glow reveals curling tendrils of smoke and inscriptions that writhe like tentacles on the cracked tomes. Then the trumpet sounds again, closer and more insistent. The floor trembles, sparks dance across the ceiling runes. A metallic roar echoes as the gallery's entrance collapses, and a formation of shadow janissaries emerges, spears at the ready, cruel eyes gleaming. At their front stands the same captain from before, lips curled in a sadistic grin. Welcome to the sect's funeral. I feel the ancient blade's hunger pulse in my hand. Kale draws his bow taut, Rashid raises his sword, and I, Lucius Varian, the last son of the East, step forward, blade poised against the steel tide. The echo of the call rings in my soul. Tonight will decide our fate.
Did you enjoy the video? Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This helps us know which stories you love most and which ones we should prioritize in future productions. Your support is essential for us to keep bringing you the best manhwa content every day. See you in the next episode.